And we're recording. Welcome to another episode of the Burritos and Coffee Podcast. I'm here with my buddy Nick.
Hello. What's up?
That's Nick. We're currently going to get some food after we went on a 30 minute run. Yeah.
Almost an hour.
Almost an hour run. And Nick's been running for the past couple of years now, and he's lost a lot of weight, and he's eating better. And since that's my goal, I decided to get some...
Following my footsteps?
Yeah, some following methods and have a nice conversation about the power of exercise. So, alright, since this is beginning now, Nick, what made you want to start running?
No, I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, wow, I'm fat. So, I felt like I needed to change myself. So, 2016, new year, new me, right?
Right, yeah. When you first started running, like there's always these plateaus that you have to go through. Like, do you remember your first, the hardest plateau you overcame?
Like, what do you mean exactly?
Like when you run up a hill, right?
Oh, there, definitely that.
Yeah. Do you remember how'd you feel when you ran up the biggest hill you ever ran?
When I accomplished it?
Yeah.
I felt great. I felt like I was climbing Mount Everest, basically. It was exhilarating, if that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Right? Exhilarating. It was a new experience.
Yeah. People listen to music when they run. What would you say? Yeah. What music do you listen to, and what songs do you say really motivate you to run?
I would say Blink-182, obviously.
Blink-182?
Because they're my favorite band. They always pump me up. Usually I listen to something that pumps you up, like punk rock songs.
Right.
Like My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade. That song really gets me going.
Right. Yeah. So when people run, they're usually running to something or running away from something. What would you say you're running
to something?
And what would you be running to?
A new life.
When you have those days where you don't want to run and you're tired and you don't care and you're lazy and you don't see anything changing in your body or anything. What's something that you do
that motivates you to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
And just wake up and say, oh, it's a new day. I have to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I guess when it comes to you and running, it's a lot of mental strength. Yeah. Alright. Were you always just mentally strong, or did you have to
work to it?
Yeah.
Work to it, yeah. Takes discipline.
What are some techniques that if someone is trying to work up their mental strength, what would you tell them?
I would just say, think about it all the time. Set your mind to a goal and never stop.
With your goals, do you write them down on paper, or do you write them on a mirror or something?
I write them in my phone.
You write them on your phone?
Yeah, usually.
And I'm guessing when you're able to cross it off, you just delete it, or do you keep it there?
No, I keep it there for remembrance.
Okay.
So I look at it and think about it.
Right. So is it in your notes, or is it on your wallpaper, so whenever you unlock it, it's right there?
Notes?
Yeah. Are you constantly adding more to it, or is it just the same 3 to 4 goals?
Same?
Yeah. So there's the phrase runner high? No, okay.
Nah.
No?
No,
okay.
I've never heard that.
So there's a runner high. So when you run, there's all these endorphins that go into your body and into your mind and your body, and then you start feeling this kind of euphoric.
Like a mental high?
Yeah, like a mental high.
Yeah.
So have you had that?
No. Have you?
No, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had it, so then I'm am I doing it wrong, or is it just
something that I need to like work on.
Yeah, is it like how like you get accomplishments in video games where like you just haven't unlocked that yet, and
you're like, oh wow, I did this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird when it comes down to that. Do you have a goal when it comes to running? Like, I want to run a triathlon, or I want to run on the beach, or I want to run in a mountain, or is there like a
set like goal that?
Yeah, like a set goal, like a fantasy set goal.
No, not really.
So it's
same old, yeah.
Same old. It's to run, look at yourself in the mirror.
In the mirror and say, wow, I'm a different person.
Since you've been running, have you been able to do that?
Yeah.
What's that feeling like? Like when you go to the shower and you look at yourself and you go
naked.
You look at yourself basically naked.
It's nice. You're like, whoa, who am I now?
Right. Yeah. Do you feel that when you're with other people that they also
begin to notice it?
Yeah, begin to notice that kind of the way your body works.
Yeah.
Because you're eating well, but also your mental space. Do you feel people
complimenting you on your like progress or something? Yeah, definitely.
Does it make it like
make you work harder towards the goal?
Yeah. But
yeah.
If you didn't hear it, would that somehow discourage you into not working out?
No. Why? What about for you?
Yeah, for me, like that approval, like getting like that approval.
It makes
it makes me want to work harder.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I don't get that approval,
you kind of long for that approval.
Yeah, I long for it, and then like it's weird because I don't work harder for that approval.
Mm-hmm.
I just do nothing because I assume there's no way I'm going to ever get that approval. And I think that goes with like a whole bunch of other
I can go for anything else too. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't. It's just when it comes to working out does it come to that approval. When it comes to everything else,
you're fine with.
I'm fine with, but just when it comes to
working out, you're like, oh.
Yeah, to working out and like your body, like I like to call it body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Because you see yourself and you go, I'm not that bad, or I'm terrible, and other people go, you're not that bad, or you need to lose weight. So.
Yeah.
It's just dysmorphia, I guess. But it's such a strong word for what we're talking about.
We're talking about, exactly.
Because there's so many other things like dyslexia
or
that
anorexia.
is legit. That's legitimately dysmorphia. And then so it feels weird using that word to compare something so minuscule as looking in the mirror and going, I could stop eating donuts.
Stop eating donuts.
I should probably stop eating donuts.
I could go for a jog.
Yeah. So. Like, what was when you first started off your diet?
Yeah.
Was it like easy for you to kind of like drop it all, or was it like when you started dieting? Was it easy for you?
No, not really, because I was always like I wanted to go back to when I was I get like a pizza or something.
Yeah.
And it was hard. Well, obviously I like kept going at it in my diet and. I got used to it, you know?
Yeah. How long did it take you to get used to it?
Probably like a few years. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now you would say you eat...
Yeah, I eat less, like...
Oh, not only do you eat healthy, but you also eat less?
Less, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I eat now is like a sandwich, that's pretty much it.
Right. And then you feel fine, like you don't feel...
Yeah, I'm not like hungry anymore.
all the time, or like sick, like you...
Nah.
So like your brain still operates on a level it's used to then?
Yep.
When it first started off and how did you feel with your stomach? Like, did you feel you needed more, or did your brain go, we don't need any more? Wait, then your stomach would trick you, or is there anything like that? Because that's what I'm going through right now.
What?
I'm just eating less.
Yeah, and then your mind's like, no, you need more.
Yeah, my mind needs more. My stomach's like, I don't think so. I think we're good.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Mine was the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So do you, because you've been doing this for a couple of years, does that mean, you're done?
No.
Or does it still kind of come up like an addiction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I'm always going to want to, work harder.
Right. Yeah, so it works both ways. So it's an addiction of you wanting to work harder.
Yeah.
But it's also an addiction of wanting to go back to those fatty foods, right? In a way?
No.
No? So it's only an addiction to work harder.
Yeah,
But you don't
and
feel
B,
addicted to those
fat, no, not
foods.
anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
How long has that been happening?
What?
Like not feeling you to be addicted to those fatty foods.
For a long time, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you like heard about it, but there's been studies out there saying that sugar is just as addictive as heroin.
Really?
Yeah, and so like the same kind of thing, like the same withdrawal systems that happened to you
With heroin, it happens with sugar.
Happen with sugar, and it's kind of weird to think of that. But then
weird.
I also realized where I didn't eat candy for a week, right?
And you had withdrawal symptoms.
No, I mean I felt fine, but then I had one Skittle, and I felt like I was high.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing I had ever experienced, and it was one Skittle.
One Skittle.
Just
one tiny little
one
Skittle.
little Skittle. I don't like Skittles. Like it was just there, and I just put one in my mouth.
And you just felt like crazy?
Yeah, it was like this. What is this magical thing I just put in my mouth? Oh, it's delicious. It's weird how.
That is trippy.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens, and how our body longs for it, but we don't need it or want it. But like we're so used to it because it's been in our bodies for basically all our lives.
Exactly.
Like I don't know if you thought about this as much as I have, but like the idea of kids.
No,
like you want them to like be able to eat like McDonald's and Reese's, to enjoy, stuff that other kids enjoy.
Yeah.
And also what we enjoyed. But also that's literally
you also don't want them to like become like obese.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's like a loss situation, right?
Yeah, because like
basically.
where's the line?
Yeah.
Like it's because you say no, and then they're gonna rebel.
They're gonna rebel against
and
you.
they get fat. And if you say yes, and no matter what,
they're
gonna
keep
fat.
doing it.
Yeah, and like there's gotta be a solution.
There has to be a line.
But I don't know what it is. And who do you go to with that?
Yeah.
Because every person is different. Every child is different.
Everyone's different.
So, no matter how many books you read or how many things you research, there's never going to be
a cure.
Yeah. I mean, the only cure is to legitimately move to a farm and only eat the vegetables you make. And that sounds completely insane.
That is like Plan B stuff right there.
That's Plan B stuff. But it's also like a weird fantasy I have.
What?
To,
move to a farm, out of nowhere.
Yeah, like in a giant cult, where everyone is barefoot.
Yeah,
they wear shorts and t-shirts, and girls wear skirts and stuff, and you just kind of forage your own food, and just kind of like have bonfires and stuff.
Dude, that sounds fun though.
It sounds like so much fun, but then it's gonna be like, well then, that literally causes people to be closed-minded, because that's the only thing they know, and there's so many different ideas and ideologies out there. So it's like, no matter what, there's like line A and line B and line C, and there's no line D that connects them all.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like extremely trippy when you think about it for such a long time, like I have. But anyways, you were talking about
we got off topic.
No, it's beautiful. I actually really enjoyed that last portion.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways, you did say your favorite band was Blink-182. Do you remember when you first heard Blink-182?
The song, one of their songs, or
yeah,
or the year.
The year you heard the first song.
2006 or something like that. I think like that.
Yeah, 2006, so it's about 10 years now.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first song you ever heard?
Damn it. Yep.
Yeah.
That is a great song.
It's a good song.
Mark Hoppus.
Yeah.
Wrote that song, and he wrote that on the spot with it was about a breakup.
Right.
And the breakup wasn't even real, and he wrote that on the spot.
Yeah, everybody in Blink-182 is
musically talented.
Is musically talented genius.
Exactly.
But it's kind of weird because nobody really takes them as mature because of the songs they sing and how they carry themselves.
Like how the jokes they play in the concerts, about blowjobs and dick stuff.
Yeah, I think they also had a song during the Warped Tour when they were just saying about gonorrhea. I think that might have been it. But I was actually reading Travis Barker's memoir, and he was talking about how he was in a band called the Aqueducts.
The Aqueducts?
Before
Blink?
Yeah, before Blink.
Okay.
And the Blink drummer wasn't in it.
Scott Raynor?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that guy.
You nailed it, buddy. Gee, all right. I'm gonna drop some knowledge.
Like, okay.
And this guy, yep. Yeah, and yep, okay. Anyways, and so he wasn't in it to win it like Tom and Mark were.
Yeah, it seems like it wasn't.
Yeah, and then they met Travis, and before they had to go on, their drummer was asked, like, Travis, can you play for us? And Travis legitimately goes, okay. And I think it was Mark who took him to the back and showed him, like, all the songs.
Yeah.
And then within
a few seconds, he was just like...
Yeah, he got everything down, and he would just play for them all the time.
And it was just like they were meant to be.
Yeah. And, like, how he didn't want to leave the Aqueducts because he was loyal.
But they
were touring, and he'd make money. He could finally do the things he's wanted to do. And it was just kind of cool how, I mean, everything happens for a reason.
Everything does.
And because Travis Barker was a part of this, their band was even bigger. And it's just gone to new lengths for every person in that group. I mean, Travis not only has all the collaborations with those rappers, but also his brands.
Mm-hmm.
And
what is it? Stars and Stripes.
Yes, Famous Stars and Stripes.
And then,
No, yeah.
Famous Stars and Stripes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tom has his own brand, too.
Yeah, what's that one called?
Macbeth. That's why I have these shoes.
He's currently wearing Macbeth shoes.
Yep.
This is an audio podcast. But anyways. Oh, man, it's weird just kind of how all those things happen and how these creative people
came
come
together
and they create these amazing albums and inspire so many people, and it's just because they're doing
what they do best.
Yeah. And it's just kind of weird, like, I guess when people say, follow your dreams and the money will come. I mean, like, Travis Barker didn't do everything for money.
He did it for himself.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's able to make money. Which is it also shows how humble he is. Yeah. Alright, you know what? This is the end of the drive, and I've had a good enough time talking. So with that, have a good remainder of the day, and see you next week for the next Burritos and Coffee podcast. I'm Taylor, and
I'm Nick.
Alright, guys, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, that was fun.